Okay, I'm back. It's been quite a few weeks right now. I was supposed to come back roughly 3 to 4 weeks after we did the grinding of the opal, and however, with the vacation and the holidays and Christmas and New Year, it's been about a month and a half right now, maybe a little bit over than that, but it doesn't matter. So let's go over what we did very quickly. So we went through grinding. We used the grinding wheels. We started with the 220, 600, and then we went to the 1200, and from the 1200 we went to the 14,000 grid. One thing we didn't do, and I will explain to you why. I did some of these, well, I wouldn't say the wrong way, but I did it on purpose in order to show you things that you should not do, because you don't want to have that when you start polishing, and then you realize that you're going to recut it again. So you don't want to go over it twice. So I left it the way it is so you could see what I'm talking about. The biggest thing is cracks. If you see any cracks, don't leave them. You gotta cut them out. You gotta cut through them so you don't leave them. Couple of things here, and I think we talked about this one here, where the side, it was like ugly shape or color. It just green, and also it has a hole and it has a crack. Let me get close here, and if I can get it close enough for you to see, I'll probably here you go. The crack, it will be right here. You see the side I'm talking about, where just green. You don't want to keep that in, and you could actually see the crack is right on top of it, right behind it, right here. Now, if I don't see it properly when I do the video, I'm probably going to take a picture and just show you what I mean by that. But you could see the crack here, and you cannot leave it like that. So you can't leave that crack in, because it will lose its value, and it's not good. So this is one thing. The other thing I did was this heart. So I did the heart here, and with this heart also it has a crack right in the center, right here. And let me also show you this one close up. Here it is. See that crack? It's right in the center of it. So I cannot finish it like that. But the reason I left it and I did that is because I had this idea that I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I will cut it right there. Okay, and I got two options: is put a blade of silver and then finish the top completely, so it stays going to be like a heart with the silver in it, or I have this black backing that I can also use in between. So once I cut it, then I figure out which way I'm going to do. But if you have a crack, you can't leave it. You have to cut it. If you see it ahead of time, get rid of it. Okay? Another thing that I would like to show you on this one here, when you go from wheel to wheel and you miss a spot, usually we're using the hard wheel. So we, like I said, we used the 220 and we used the 600. But if there is a gouge that or flat surface that the next wheel will not take it out, it's going to stay there. Okay, but you need to take it out, and it's very hard to do it on a rough wheel or hard wheel. So what I usually do is I use the expander wheel. When I use the expander wheel, I go from 600 to 600 expander wheel. What is the expander wheel? Is the one that you use the silicon carbide in it, and that thing is soft. The wheel itself is soft, so it will give. In other words, that when you push in, it will hit the high points or the high spot of that surface and blend it all in and make it nice and round. So you won't have that when you go to the next wheel and so forth. So you eliminate that. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but let me show you. Maybe you'll be able to see it. It's right on the corner here. You might see a flat spot that it's not right in the corner, that is not polished. See that? So then here we're doing all this, and we're doing all the cutting and polishing, and yet we got these surfaces that they're not complete. So we can't do that, and you cannot just polish it out. It's going to take forever. So you got to go back to the 600 wheel and go over the steps that we did. So in order to eliminate that, if you don't have an expander wheel, you got to go back again to the 600 wheel and you do all the steps, but you have to be very careful. And one of the things is you can't stop. If you stop in one place, you get a flat. So you got to get moving all the time. Don't stop in one position. Just keep moving to get it off. But if you have the expander wheel, use it. Get to the 600, move to another expander wheel that is 600, and do that, and that will clean up all the sharp edges and the top area. So these are the areas where you gotta watch when you work with opal. And you can see here. I mean, like I said, we're up to 14,000 grinding that we did earlier, and the colors came up. They look very nice, sharp, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to polish few of these just to show you how they're going to look like when they're polished. So I had some that they are like milky colors, some are clear colors, some are really nice, like this one here. So I'm going to do this one here, but the rest of it is basically the same. So same idea. Okay, so what I'm using right now is I'm using the 50,000 grid, which is the diamond grid, and I'm using, after that I'm going to use the 100,000 diamond grid. So these here are thin material that it had glue backing. I don't use the glue backing. I just put it like that. I have the backing here is a self backing that I put it on top, and then we're going to use that. So let's start. Okay, let's take, I'm going to take this smaller one here, and again, when you polish, you face the direction. If you go the other way, you never know, they might catch it and throw it right out. So what I'm doing is I'm going in the direction of the lamp. looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to put this one aside because we have to clean it. Okay, here's another one. This is a real beauty. So I'm going to do that. Also, you can see that I'm going from the base down at the bottom and then going up this way so I don't miss anything, right? And I'm turning around and doing the same thing for every segment or section. Doing the same thing, and once I do that I can go and do the top. So here I can do the top. A lot of people say, okay, well, you got to watch with the heat, that might heat up your stone and crack it. Well, it won't happen. It won't heat that. And remember that these are glued in. I'm using super glue to glue the stones in. And I have another video that you could watch on doping Welo Opal. So have a look at that and see how they're done and how you can take them out. Okay, that's a 50,000. So make sure you get everything. And here, let me quick look. To get the color, just not showing. So, but eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pictures, like I said. It will show you the actual colors, how they're going to look like. Here, maybe if I go further out, here you are. See that? So these are the color, and this one here is right through it. You can see that. So later on I'm going to take some pictures and just put these on. So this is done. I'm going to let's do, you know what, I'm going to do one of the big ones. Even though I still have to cut it. I still have to cut that. But if that was done before and the cut was done previous to grinding the surface, that would be done by now, it would be finished. But it's just to show you that if this happened to you, what you need to do, and don't wait till the end to do it. So, because it's kind of frustrating when you work all that and you're at the polishing stage and then you realize that, hey, you know what, I got a problem here, or I got a crack and you need to fix it, because you can't leave it like that. So, but here it is. And again, looks good. So I will take these now. We did about 5 of them. Let's do this one too. Okay, the rest is all the same. So I'm going to do the rest of them later on. Oops, here you go. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is I need to clean the stone with the 50,000 and use the 100,000. In order to do that, I don't want to contaminate the stone. So what I do is I have isopropyl, or you could use just alcohol, and spray it and wipe it off quickly. That will take any of the grids of the 50,000 grid. So I'm going to put this one aside and do the other ones. Okay, one more and that's done. Okay, so now I'm going to use, I'm going to take this one out. One thing I do with all my laps is I do mark them up. So if you mark them out, you make sure that they're always, you know what they are and what you're doing with them. They're in the plastic bag Ziploc, so I know there is no contamination is going to happen here. This one here is 100 mesh, 100,000, and again I've got some of the old faceting machines that I got. Sometimes they come in with the lap, like a bunch of laps that they come in with, and they're not marked up, and you don't know what they are. You can't use them. So that's why I mark mine, and makes it easy for everybody. Okay, let's do this one here with the 100,000. So next thing, I'm going to finish the rest of them, get them all ready, and hopefully that you learn quite a bit of that. And like I said before, it's very easy and very simple to cut Welo Opal. The other thing is it takes time. It takes a bit of preparation, and it will take a little bit of time. It took me longer, like over a month and a half, but you don't have to wait that long. Within a couple of weeks, 3 weeks max, the colors will come back, and then you can polish them. So I hope you like the video, and I hope you learned something from it. And if you like it, just tell your friend about it. Let them go and see it, and don't forget to subscribe. Also today, YouTube, they actually have right beside the subscription is the little bell that if you click on it, it actually remind them to contact you. Every time that I upload a new video, you will get an email and they will tell you that there is one was uploaded, so you don't miss anything. So I hope you enjoy this one here, and till next time, have a great day. Talk to you later.